Hello, friends and family.
Happy Sunday night.
Happy Sunday night. Getting a little bit closer for the wife. A little more
Not too
intimate.
close.
A little intimate setting.
Not super close. I mean, it's okay. You have to keep scooting closer. That's all.
Is that the perfect distance?
I don't know.
Are we socially distanced from our friends on the internet?
Yes, that's why we're on the internet. It
Y'all,
is automatically socially distant.
The internet keeps changing on us, and I don't know why my Facebook Live is so different than it was for COVID time. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it was so simple.
Justin, help him out.
Justin,
he doesn't understand
log
why
into this bad
the
boy and-
internet keeps changing.
The internet? Oh, crap.
Oh no, you spilled coffee
Dadgummit.
on yourself. Is it hot?
No, but you heard me say a bad word.
You did say a bad word. Good thing the
Shucks.
kids aren't here to correct.
One of our kids just ran by. This came out of the shower. Hopefully
you
they didn't run
like-
behind us.
Would you like me to?
Can you pass me that bunny rabbit over there? Well, I'm just kidding. There's a stuffed animal. I'll be back. Let me go. Doggone it.
Sorry. No, Danny just said the internet is changing. Every time we log on to Facebook Live, it looks us a little bit slightly different. And anyway, so we were discussing about that. So now we seem a little bit distant more than normal. Hope you guys are having a great Sunday night. We are only a week and 30 minutes late. We missed last Sunday. Last Sunday was my dad's birthday, and we ended up being out extra late. And by the time we got home, we decided, you know what? We're just going to call it and have next Sunday. Heather, I am feeling very good. Thank you for asking. I've had a very exciting weekend. My weekend started off with a trip to urgent care during Friday where they gave me an antibiotic that apparently I was allergic to. So we
I
traveled
thought you were about to show them the allergy. I was like, that's legit. Shawnee's in serious.
No. We traveled, no, I'm just cold, so I have a blanket. It's cozy. I traveled from the concession stand at the football game to the emergency room Friday night. Super fun. But it was really not a huge deal. They took good care of me, and we were home in just a couple of hours. And I think I have a prescription for an EpiPen now, so I get to be one of those people who carry an EpiPen. Only if I have that antibiotic.
Sure enough.
So I should be okay. Nothing to be super alarmed about. So I'm
You're
good.
in.
I feel
You're
much
in,
better.
Shantae. Let it rip. You're in, girl.
I'm in. I'm in charge.
You
I
are
think you let
in.
me.
I did. I spilled my coffee.
Cussed a little.
I did say the CRAP.
If the
and
kids
then-
were out here, that's exactly how they would have reacted.
I know. They go, my dad's getting crazy again. Been sipping on the coffee.
Justin said we're a little bit blurry.
Oh, Justin. I hear thee. Go dogs,
I hear
Justin.
thee.
How crazy was that day yesterday, my friend?
Right? That's
If
so
you are not
awesome.
friends with anyone that we know on Facebook, just start looking around with some of these people, and you'll see Sawyer.
I mean,
is
Sawyer made
on-
it on Good Morning America.
Yeah, Sawyer Howell's on Good Morning America.
Amazing. That's awesome.
Really, really neat, y'all. Justin, thanks for doing that. That is really stinking fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Marie Rowland, hello this evening. We are glad that you were
Hello.
joining us. Maybe from your back porch. I don't even know. Maria had a great time playing golf with your husband. I hope he told you Friday
I don't
for
even
the
think we've
night to
talked about
shine.
this.
We've been
We've been slammed.
Shawnee's been occupied with sickness and stuff. But no, yeah, we had a great time, man. Derek and I, my dad, Justin, Heather, your husband too. Well, look, the whole crew's here. This is fantastic.
How did you guys do? I didn't even ask.
We almost won.
You guys.
It's
are
like that
champs.
billboard on I-20 that says about some online school. It says ranked among the top in the nation. I was
Danny
like, what is
can't
that?
stand it.
I'm ranked among the top of the nation when it comes to university. Like everybody's ranked.
He's like, ranked what?
Ranked.
top 10?
They're-
Ranked in the top
They're
1,000?
in the rankings.
You're in the rankings.
They're in the rankings. But yeah, we had a good
better
time.
than being
We did well.
unranked.
We were a few under, a couple under par. Ryan Roten, my guy,
Under par? Really?
and Nathan. Yeah, they shot like a 58. It's insane.
Wow.
We shot like a 70. So, I mean, if
That's
I was
not
playing
terrible.
if I was playing by myself around a golf, I would be
Thrilled.
super ecstatic.
Yeah.
But we had a blast. Justin had a blast too. Those are our exact words I just said, Heather. Justin, that's a classy guy. So is Derek, really, and my dad. We were like
Just
the
a
four
class act,
horsemen.
really.
We were the class act
Four
four horsemen of
of
Lake
the
Point Community
Apocalypse?
Church. No, of
Well,
the Lake
where,
Point.
what else were you supposed to follow that with? Of Lake Point. Well, I'm glad you guys had a good time. I didn't even ask because we've been
was-
busy.
It was good. Well, the last time we did this, we were out in Colorado, I think, at the Red Rocks. Was that the last
Our
video we
last
did?
video was in Colorado. Was that only 2 weeks ago?
Yep, it was.
Wow. It feels like a year has gone by since we were in Colorado. Not really, but
It's because all the
does seem-
herbs Shantae
no.
frequented out there.
No,
I was like, Shawnee, just because
zero.
it's legal
Zero.
doesn't
That's
mean you
zero.
have to try it. Shawnee was like, Danny, it's everywhere. It's free. I was like, Shawnee, what's wrong is wrong. Doesn't matter which state you're in.
You guys, as you get to know Danny, you can tell when he's lying, right? Because it starts to be a pattern.
We just get it going. Oh, look, and everybody's leaving because I was lying. We're down to 8.
You're a liar.
It's just
That's
dropping.
why.
The 4 Horsemen legend. You're a legend.
No, I was explaining why you were getting a towel for your coffee spill that we missed last week because it was my dad's birthday.
Yep.
We got out home late and realized it's too late. It's been too long of a day. Nothing good can happen. So
That's right.
it's been 2 weeks. That's right.
Been 2 weeks, but yeah, we're back. Had a great weekend this weekend. Really a full couple weeks. I'm thankful for church at the concession stands at the high school on Friday. That was lovely.
I had a
Homecoming
lot of
court.
fun doing the concession stand. I thought it would be, I mean, other than the allergic reaction emergency room trip.
Minus that.
Until then, it was a great time. It was a good time. I enjoyed it. You get to see everybody. You get to see the game. I will do it again. I will.
We
help
were
out
on the better
concession
side
stands.
of the concession
We
stand.
were.
There were 2 windows, and I don't mean to tell window number 1 that they were way busier than we were. Most people didn't know we were down
Their
there. or
line was
something.
like down the sidewalk, and then I guess
It's called
they didn't
productivity. I'm friends with this guy named Lim Durden. You heard of him? You know, the Waddies. My Chick-fil-A owners. They teach us how to do stuff well. We were in and out.
We were by
And
no means
we had
Chick-fil-A
a
standard
fraction
of business.
of the number of
I don't know if
people
Nikki
that came
Carter's
by.
here or not, but she and I were window partners for a while, and I don't think we had reached the Chick-fil-A level of service, but we were definitely duplicating each other's work constantly. She would take their money, then I would ask for their money, and they're like, I already paid that lady. Like, oh, sorry. Then she would hand them their change, then I would hand them a chicken sandwich. She would hand them a chicken sandwich. People were like, they're very honest, giving us back
Very
their
honest.
double food that we were trying to hand them. So it was a lot of fun. We had a good time.
It was a lot of fun with it.
And then the homecoming dance was last night. Also very fun. I have to say, guys, as a teacher who chaperoned the homecoming dance, I am very proud of our kids. They were just so respectful and had such a good time. It was just a really good, fun dance to chaperone. Probably the best one I've chaperoned. So all the sweet kids just looked so nice and dressed up. And it was a fun night in Morgan County, for sure.
really
Definitely.
good.
Lots of
I
fun.
picked up kids from there and came to the house. And then
The kids wanted so bad to, like, we hear the music. I'm like, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Can we just peek in there? No, no, ma'am, you cannot. Caroline, especially. We can just dance out here in the hallway. No, we
Absolutely not with
we
it.
shut it down. But so as they walked by, I just said, you can just hear it as we walk by, and then Daddy's coming to get you and whisk you away to home. where no
into the
TV.
darkness of Buckhead. And we had a good time. 1 fell asleep on the way home and 2 fell asleep shortly thereafter.
Watching the Braves.
Watching the
game.
Braves game, which if you do see, we do have a TV on the back porch and it's
You can
over yonder,
see it's reversed, but there's the reflection over Danny Center a
snap,
little bit. I know
right.
it's hard to.
right in that region
That's
there.
the Braves game. We're watching.
There it is.
behind
So
you.
don't worry. Like, oh man, they're about to start it up.
We can't.
We got to
talk
wrap
long.
this thing up. Get
We
that
can't
Bible
keep
out,
you
y'all.
from the
We're
Braves.
cruising. Don't worry. Mookie. I mean, I'm telling you, what a name. For real, y'all, we're going to watch the game in just a little bit. But we're thankful for you and for you joining us tonight. We did want to jump on here just for a little bit and say hello to everybody. Have just a quick little devotion.
Scott's at the Braves game.
Scott's at the Braves game.
Lucky.
Heather, that's
awesome.
fantastic.
How fun.
Did McCall make it back to Southern, Heather? Miss Linda, good to see you. Sarah Thomason, good to see you. So thankful for both of you. Heather, did McCall make it back to the Georgia Southern?
I
Hope
believe she did. Miss Molly.
Oh, Miss
We
Molly.
talked a little
I
bit
saw her
today.
today.
I think that's what she told me. So
We've got it, guys. We are going to go ahead and jump into our devotion because we're going to be watching the Braves game tonight, too. She's headed back tomorrow. Fantastic.
oh, I was wrong.
Wow.
Good for her. Tomorrow.
Good for
we'll
them.
wait.
We're gonna let.
I'm
We're in
glad
that
she got a
weird
weekend at
season
home.
of like, my kids need to go to bed, you know, but we're gonna let them stay up a little bit for some of the Braves game.
Mm-hmm.
But I did tell Luke tonight, after like if they make it to the 4th or 5th, like then we'll
Game
be
2
willing to
is
stay
really
up.
not
Game
time
2,
to sacrifice.
we're
bedtime.
we're pretty early, you know, pretty early in this thing.
Yeah. If you're a Braves fan, you know we are very early. We're very excited and very
So
hopeful.
very.
And I'm cheering for
Just
them
drink
to
the
win
coffee on
every
the back
single
porch.
game. But if you have watched the Braves any amount of time in your life at all, we've got several games ahead of us before we need to start like missing bedtime.
Got a long way.
We'll let him stay up a little bit late, but
Luke's
We've
playing
got-
there watching now.
he is.
He's all in the
right,
sports.
yeah. He's ready.
But hey, y'all, Shantae did have, she asked about this verse earlier, and I think it's a solid one. It's a great story. It's actually a pretty harsh time when Jesus is preaching the sermon, and the masses are really starting to follow him. Like his movement is growing. And he does something that most preachers today would never do. Like he almost preaches a sermon discouraging people from following him. He preaches about like what it means to follow him. He says really weird things like, you got to eat my flesh and drink my blood, which sounds a little weird now. Sounded weird then.
It's actually
Like,
at the end of the chapter where he feeds the 5,000, and then you kind of keep reading on. And he does say some weird things. And so a lot of the crowds that have started to follow him, at that moment, they're like, this just took a turn. It's a little bit weird. And it sounds like he's saying maybe it's not always going to be rainbows and butterflies. And so they start to turn away. And it just says in John 6, I'm looking to see where I would want to start up. Around verse 60, 61, when the disciples heard that, they said, this is a hard saying. Who can listen to it? But Jesus, knowing in himself that the disciples were grumbling about this, he said, do you take offense to this? Then what if you were to see the Son of Man ascending to where he was before? And then it goes on to say, do you want to go away as well? He continues to talk to the disciples, and ultimately he says, listen, I kind of know you're complaining. I know you're saying these are hard things. Are you also going to leave? Are you going to walk away? Are you kind of in it for the long haul? Are you with me? Are you in this or not? Because a lot of the people in the crowd had started to fall away. Just basically when it became clear that it wasn't always going to be so easy to follow him. And one of the verses, and Pastor Rob says this verse a lot to us when we're all, as a staff, we say this, and it's sort of a mantra, I guess, that I've heard him say for years. Simon Peter answered him, Lord, to whom shall we go? You have the words of eternal life, and we have believed, and we have come to know that you are the Holy One of God. And so what Peter is essentially saying in that moment is, where else would we even turn? I mean, if we leave you, what is the alternative to you? What other message could we believe in or sacrifice our lives to? And I'm just encouraged by that. And I guess I never read it like that until Pastor Rob sort of presented it that way. That he sort of will say to us as a staff, what else would you do? What else could you do to be more impactful to the people in your life, to your community, in ministry? Is there another job that you could do? Maybe you should do it. But if not, if you can't see yourself doing anything else, then probably the ministry is for you. And just this faith that we have, when you really sell out and you realize that it's not always rainbows and butterflies, but what we do have is just an eternal hope, and you can't replace it with anything else. That's such a very encouraging, even in difficult times and difficult situations, we do have the most hope. Even in dark times, we can walk into those times and say, this is not going to be easy, but we know the one who has all the answers. And anyway, it's just an encouraging verse to me.
Like that. One of the things Rob says about that is Jesus is the one that brings us all together, which is kind of a church phrase. And sometimes you might think, yeah, we've heard that before. But y'all, it's really true to know that when Jesus says this to Peter and to those guys, it's like, where are y'all going to go? And they do. They say that. Where else are we going to go? Like, you're everything. This morning we preached on the guy that had I'm watching the break. They just,
you're distracted. You're super distracted.
Help the team. But
Focus.
They said, where else are we going to go? And like the blind guy that was healed. I mean, he was like, look, I was blind, now I see. He's like, look, all I know is I had an encounter with Jesus and it changed my life. At the football, Luke and I went to the Georgia game on Saturday, had a great time. It was a lovely game. But while we were in the concession stand line, I ran into a girl that I went to high school with. She might watch, I don't know, sometime this week. Her name's Rebecca. In high school, I would say Rebecca Ruth, because that was her middle name, probably still is. And then she would say Danny Wayne, because that's my middle name. And we literally ran into each other, introduced her to my son. And she told me, man, she watches on the back porch, and she kind of keeps up with us and our family and really enjoys it. And then actually right there in the Georgia concession line, shared just a prayer request with us. He said, man, if you would, it's just, shared some things that were some loss that they've experienced. And I told her, man, we would pray as a couple. Shantae would pray, and as even a virtual group. But all that to say, I haven't seen Rebecca in 15 years. And in one conversation that we had for 30 seconds in a Georgia concession stands, it immediately went to faith, our faith that we share in Christ. And knowing that Rob also says that all the time, that's the one thing that holds all of us together, that we all actually, we might know each other if it wasn't for the church and for the Lord. For most of us, even those that aren't in our building that are from different stages of our lives, it's this one truth. We're still hanging on to that same thing of, Lord, where else will we go? Regardless of where we live or who we surround ourselves with, because seasons change, but that foundation stays the same. Like we sang about in church this morning, it's the rock. Like it's
And the more
one thing to hold on
experiences
to.
we have, the more I feel certain that I don't want to have any other outlook going into any situation. We've walked with people on the best and worst days of their lives, and I don't want to be the one that carries any other message into those situations. I don't want to carry any other mindset into my classroom every day, because I feel like when we have this faith, and it's something that we really wake up every day and we think about the hope that we have within us. Everywhere we go, we bring that hope with us, and I wouldn't want to bring anything else into that classroom every day, into my car with my kids, just everywhere that we go. What else could be better than just the faith that we have in in the Creator? It's just a very hopeful and strong thing.
Yeah.
So
And Peter got to that point when everybody else was leaving, and he said, "Lord, I'm putting all my eggs in this basket, pretty much." He
Right.
said, "I'm all in, and I'm going to follow. I'm going to carry this." And we've chosen to do that as a couple and as a family in our household. Of like, Lord, this is what we're doing. You know, you're it for us, because it is. Sometimes we get the phone call and get to visit with folks when a new baby's born, and we get to celebrate and say, Lord, we're going to lift up the name of Jesus in this place. Other times you get a phone call and it's a hospital room visit or an emergency in a setting. It's the same kind of thing of, nope, we're still holding on to that. That's our main source that we're carrying with us everywhere we go. Because I'm thankful that the Lord says, nope.
early
follow
in
me,
ministry,
I'll
we
follow
would
you.
get those emergency room calls, and Danny has spoken about one of our kids in our youth group years ago. I think it was Blake's surprise birthday party at our house. Blake Stinnett was having a birthday party, and we were hosting so that he would be surprised. And this was before we had any kids. It must have been 10 or 11 years ago, maybe more. And we got a phone call and said, come straight. It was Eggleston, right? We come straight to Eggleston. One of our kids in our church youth group had been hit by a car, and it did not look good. And I remember being terrified on the way to that hospital of what will we say? How can we react? I'm so young. I'm not a mom. I don't know. I was panicking about, we're about to be their pastors, and I've never done this. This was our first sort of really serious hospital call, and we were not with anybody. You know, the senior pastor was not with us, so I was feeling very overwhelmed and inadequate. And on that night, I realized that all you have to do is just be there and bring in the peace of God with you, and He will do everything else. And so you don't have to know the words to say. You don't have to have it all figured out. And I think Peter knew in this moment that that's okay, because we have God on our side. We don't have to have all the words figured out. And that's kind of how you said this morning in the sermon. The man said, all I know is I was blind, this man made some mud, and now I can see. And all he had to do was tell his own story. And so sometimes we carry God and our faith into every situation, into amazingly wonderful situations, weddings and babies and new things. And the peace of God is with us in that moment. And then we also carry him into Eggleston waiting rooms. And when you don't know what to say, it's okay. This man in the sermon today didn't know what to say, except that I was blind and now I see. And what I've learned over the years, because that was not our last Eggleston visit, it was not our last emergency room call, unfortunately. I have learned to just have a peace about it and say, you know what, I don't know what we're walking into in this moment, but I know what I'm bringing with me, and that's enough. And so today's sermon just kept reminding me of that. And that no matter what situation you walk into tomorrow morning or this week or next week, if you're a believer, you're bringing the hope and faith of Jesus with you. And you don't have to have all the words to say. You can just say, look, here's my story, and here's what he's done in my life. And I wouldn't want to have anything else to believe in. I don't have anything better. And Peter had figured that out early on and said, where else would we go?
Yeah.
There's nothing else that would be better for us to bring into the situation than you. And so,
And it's so much
just
that
encouraging.
later when Jesus sends his disciples out, he sends them out in pairs of two. And they say, what do we do when we get there? And he says, well, tell them pretty much. He's like, tell them about me. If they accept it, stay. But then he says something pretty cool. He says, if they don't accept it, take your shoes off, dust them off, and keep going. He's like, look, they're either going to receive them or they're not. And Jesus says to love naturally in all settings, but to know that, yeah, that's what we bring. You know, the
Right.
buildings might look different, households might look different, all that stuff, but he remains the same. And we do. We're called to bring him in his presence with us as we go.
So just be encouraged. Whatever you have lined up for this week, if you are a believer, you're bringing that hope into those situations. And what else would you rather bring? I can't think of anything better.
Yep.
So
Thankful for you this evening, family. Everybody else still doing it good? If you need anything, let us know. Comment. Have fun watching the Braves game. If you're gonna be doing that tonight, might be
Danny's already watching it now. So
be a long one. You know what I mean? First inning. It's okay though. We got 9. We're gonna figure this thing out.
we probably should not have had it on while we were making the video because it's distracting.
It is distracting,
Clearly.
but we're in this thing.
No, we're in it.
for the good haul.
So
Y'all have a great night. We're thankful for you. And if you need anything, let us know. We will be in the building on Wednesday night for a meal.
I heard that is it hot dogs?
I don't know the menu.
I don't know. I think I heard it's hot dogs, but I also know that the youth are having their Pack the Shoebox night at Rooster's house.
Pack the shoebox at Rooster's house.
Drop your shoeboxes off, or drop your kids off with shoebox materials, and then come on over and have dinner, possibly hot dogs.
Next
Bible
Wednesday
study.
night, let's do our back porch from the Rutledge Fair. Rutledge.
Oh, are we?
Yeah,
Okay.
let's do it from there.
Cool.
So y'all, next Sunday night, spread the word. Let's have 1,000 people. Let's just go.
Maybe
crazy.
we can borrow Justin's porch.
We'll borrow Justin's front porch. Downtown Rutledge. It's small
Trunk
but
or
special.
treat,
Trunk or
5
treat.
to 7
Lake Point.
p.m.
5 to 7. It's going to be fantastic. We're going to have
Wear
trucks and food and costumes. I'm not going to tell them who it is, but somebody has built a 2-scale
9-foot
Goliath for their trunk. And Eddie and Amon Smith, they're bringing it. So come on out, y'all. It's going to
We're
be
not
like
going
a
to say
fall
any names,
Walmart
but
movie.
Eddie and Amon Smith.
Cat's out of the bag. Cat's out of the bag. For real, come out next Sunday night, 5 to 7. We would love to see you there for the trunk or treat. And, man, hopefully we'll do
Also
a thing on the back
I think
porch.
we still need candy, and I think we still need volunteers
Candy
for
and some more
all the
volunteers
fun
as well.
things like
So y'all,
popcorn, bouncy houses. You know the deal.
the
So,
deal.
sign up for a half hour of time to do that. Visit all the trunks. And
Come
then
on,
we'll
join us.
share from somebody's back porch at some point
Let's just
next
go to a
Sunday
stranger's back porch.
after the
What-
fall festival. We'll just
At
surprise
some
someone.
time, we could just show up on random people's back porches.
Oh yeah, that sounds like a great. What if someone showed up on our back porch right now? I would be
Freaked
mortified.
out. She would be
I'd be
more.
please,
She'd be shooting somebody.
please let's move anywhere else because this back porch has a lot going on. This little corner that we let you guys see is pretty much
Just because
all.
there's a car seat right there doesn't mean anything. Hey, y'all, we hope you have a wonderful. I'll go to Molly's. We'll go to Molly Falley's back porch. Front
Oh
porch.
my goodness,
Her house, her
precious.
porch. We'll
I
do
love
that.
it.
Fantastic.
Fun times.
Miss Molly, we're coming your way next Sunday night. But if y'all need anything before then, let us know. We're praying
Definitely.
for you and we're thankful for you. And looking forward to getting together again real soon.
We love you guys.
Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.
Have a great Sunday.